What if I told you you can control your boss without him even realizing it? Sounds impossible, right? But think about it. The people who influence leaders the most are rarely the ones shouting for attention. They're the ones who make themselves quietly indispensable. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do that. How to control your boss, not with tricks or manipulation, but through strategy, psychology, and extreme differentiation. There are always people in every workplace who desperately want to be the boss's favorite. They flatter, they overpromise, they play politics. But most of them fail. Why? Because the real secret isn't in competing with them. It's in differentiating yourself completely. I call this extreme differentiation. It's about playing your own game in a way no one else does, and positioning yourself where your boss has no choice but to trust you, value you, and listen to you. Let's break it down. Extreme differentiation works with strategies which work in the form of the things you must do, and certain things you must never do. The things you must do. 1. Lighten the boss's load. Think of your boss's role for a moment. He's buried in decisions, deadlines, and constant stress. Most employees think doing their job well is enough to impress him. It's not. The real move is to take weight off his shoulders. If he's drowning in reports, automate them. If he's swamped with client emails, draft clear responses for him. When you make his life easier, he doesn't just see you as good at your job, he sees you as essential. And when someone feels relief every time you walk into the room, that's influence. And this brings us to the next point, because making his load lighter is only step 1. To really control influence, you need to solve not just his tasks, but his headaches. 2. Provide root causes and lasting solutions. Most people handle problems as they appear. Quick fixes, band-aids. But problems that keep coming back only frustrate your boss more. You go deeper. You look for the root of the problem and offer a lasting solution. Sales reports always late. Don't just chase numbers faster. Ask why they're late. Fix the broken system between departments or suggest better tools. When the problem disappears permanently, your boss knows you saved him from months, maybe years, of stress. And once you're the person who eliminates problems, not just patches them, your boss starts turning to you naturally. But influence isn't just about fixing issues. It's also about how you show up when the storm hits. 3. Be calm in the storm. Crisis exposes character. When chaos erupts, most people scramble, stress out, and try to look busy. But your power is in staying calm. Imagine a system crashes right before a presentation. Everyone panics. You're the one who breathes, lays out clear steps, and keeps the boss emotionally steady. Suddenly, you're not just solving problems, you're anchoring the leader himself. And once someone leans on you in their most stressful moments, your influence doubles. Which leads us to the next layer, because influence isn't just built on calmness, it's built on trust. 4. Show extreme loyalty. Loyalty is one of the most powerful tools you can wield. But it's not enough to simply be loyal. You must show it subtly. If another department head tries to bypass your boss, you don't just follow their orders. You say, "Sure, but let me clear it with my boss first." That one sentence screams loyalty without saying it directly. Over time, your boss sees you as the one person he can always count on. And trust me, leaders never forget loyalty. And when loyalty is established, you can add another layer of power. Your voice. 5. Be the positive voice. Energy spreads. If you're negative, you drain. If you're neutral, you blend. But if you're positive, Realistically positive, you lift the room. A project deadline looks impossible. Everyone's saying, well, this can't be done. You say, yes, it's tough, but here's one path forward. You acknowledge difficulty, but you add possibility. Over time, your boss begins to expect you to be the voice of calm optimism. And that expectation alone gives you influence. But here's the thing. Positivity alone won't save you if you get dragged into politics. 6. Be apolitical and neutral. Every workplace has politics, gossip, cliques, rivalries. Many think playing politics gets them ahead. But here's the truth. Politics can win you short-term points, but it will always cost you long-term trust. When colleagues fight and try to pull you in, don't take sides. Keep the focus on results. By staying neutral, you protect yourself from enemies and your boss sees you as steady, focused, and reliable. And when you combine loyalty, positivity, calmness, problem-solving, and neutrality, you've just built a circle of influence your competitors can't touch. If you're finding these strategies powerful, hit that like button right now. Not just for the algorithm, but as a reminder to yourself, I will start applying these today. And if you're serious about mastering influence, subscribe, because I share strategies like this every week. Just as important as what you should do is what you must never do, because the wrong move can erase years of influence in seconds. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation, the things you should never do. 1. Never complain or gossip. Complaints make you look weak. Gossip makes you look disloyal, and both always travel back to your boss. Turn complaints into solutions. And when people gossip about your boss, redirect with positivity. Our boss is actually open-minded. Why not share this with him directly? Now imagine those words make it back to your boss. You look loyal, professional, and above the noise. But even more dangerous than gossip is the biggest trap of all, outshining your boss. 2. Never outshine the master. This is law number 1 of the 48 laws of power. Never make your boss feel insecure. Your job isn't to look brighter than him. It's to reflect his light even stronger. Galileo discovered moons and planets, but instead of hogging the spotlight, he dedicated them to the Medici family. They rewarded him with lifelong protection. Why? Because he made them shine. Tim Cook did the same at Apple. He ran Apple's operations like clockwork, but he never tried to overshadow Steve Jobs. Instead, he amplified Jobs' vision. And when the time came, Cook was the natural successor. Your lesson? Don't compete with your boss's ego. Support it, protect it, strengthen it. That's how you secure influence without resistance. If you apply these rules and strategies, you will become special and indispensable to your boss, and he will reward you with the permission to direct him and subtly control him. This is a result of the natural law of reciprocity. How do you practice these strategies and gain real indirect influence and subtle control over your boss? Get a notebook. Open a blank page. Write a title at the top. The title is Workplace Philosophy or Guiding Principle. Write these strategies and read them every day. So let's bring it all together. How do you control your boss? By playing a different game. You lighten his load. You solve problems at the root. You stay calm in chaos. You show loyalty, radiate positivity, and rise above politics. And at the same time, you never complain, never gossip, and never make the mistake of outshining him. Because true control isn't loud, it's subtle, it's invisible. It's influence your boss doesn't even notice, but can't live without. If this video gave you a new perspective on power and influence, Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember to subscribe for more strategies to rise higher, smarter, and faster.